okra, but for my own case, I love eating mushrooms with very yummy, with a good aroma. To add our salt, here is my salt. I measured the salt of my quantity. So here guys, welcome to our channel once again. If you're new to this channel, consider subscribing, and if you're my returning subscriber, thank you so much for your support always. I do really appreciate, and thank you for showing me love always guys. And I cannot take your life for granted. I'm going to share with you one of our African dishes, local dishes, and it's called mushrooms. These small mushrooms, these are small mushrooms. These mushrooms grow around hilly areas. They grow inside mud houses, and most especially if this house was constructed in the area where it happens to be somehow hilly. Just know these mushrooms are able to grow there. Secondly, they used to tell us when we were young that when you see this mushroom growing in a certain place, just know that in that place a snake has given birth from there. That's what they used to tell us. I don't know in your villages how they tell you, but that's how they told us. So these are small mushrooms. We have many kinds of mushrooms in my home place, in my region, and we have different names that we call them. We also have our, it's now famous and popular, it's called Malewa. In my tribe, the Gishu tribe, they grow from the slopes of Mount Elgon. That's where they grow from. So that dish is called Malewa, and currently it's used popularly on functions now as a side dish. It's called Malewa. It's so delicious. The way we are going to cook this butiko is the way we cook that Malewa. So I'm going to clean this butiko or the mushrooms off camera. In my Gishu language, we call it bumekele. That's how we call it in my language. It's called bumekele. So I'm going to clean it off camera. Then I will come back and show you how I'm going to cook it. This bumekele, since it's dry, so to make it soft, I have to use this sodium bicarbonate. Those who did not watch my video when I was extracting this sodium bicarbonate from ash, I will pin the link, and then you go back and watch how I extracted it. That's the use of this sodium bicarbonate when you're cooking such kinds of veggies like these mushrooms. We have egobe, we have also pumpkin leaves. We use the same to cook. We also, there's also another sauce that we cook in my tribe, like beans paste. It's a beans paste. We also use this one, and this sodium bicarbonate make these sauces become soft, like the pumpkin leaves, the gove, the malewa, and also these mushrooms. And on top of that, it makes the sauce to taste so delicious. And also we have here the peanut. The peanut, this is the our log peanut butter. So we are going to add also our log peanut butter into our sauce, and we shall enjoy it with the food you will see me serving with. So guys, let's go into our. So guys, right here is our mushrooms. I have finished washing them, and it's now time to cook. And we are now going to be adding our sodium bicarbonate, but the quantity of the sodium that you add in depends on the quantity of this the mushrooms that I'm going to cook. Bicarbonate, you know, since I'm a senior chef, there's no need for me to measure, and that's enough for my mushrooms. Guys, like as you're seeing, our mushrooms have already boiled, and now we are going to be adding our peanut. But before I add my peanut, I love eating these mushrooms when they have okra inside it. There is a way I feel that okra taste, but okra is optional. You can decide either to cook it with okra or you can decide to cook it without okra. But for my own case, I love eating mushrooms with okra. So let me add the okra. This is the okra. You may wonder why I put it last. Okra cooks faster, so by the time the peanut cooks, the okra will also be ready. So this is our peanut, and mark you, the quantity of the peanut also depends on the quantity of the sauce that you're preparing. So this is enough for my sauce. This is how locally we prepare our lok sauces in the villages. If I was in the village, I could be preparing it on I could be preparing the sauce on the firewood and our local stoves in the kitchen. But because I'm not in the village, so that's why you see I'm using the gas. And so guys, we're gonna leave our sauce to boil until when the peanut shall be ready. And guys, any sauce with peanut, when you're cooking it, you are not supposed to cover it, because if you cover it, of course the peanut is going to evaporate and ends up pouring down. So you have to keep on mixing until when the sauce is ready. And mark you, our grandmothers use, I have my grandmother, but she used to tell us that for them, during their old ages when they were growing, earlier ages when they were growing up, they used to eat this sodium bicarbonate, they used to eat greens. That's why they are still strong up to date. My grandmother is 80 years and something, but she's very strong. She can even carry a jerrycan of water. But for us nowadays, the reason as to why we grow weak very fast, the reason as to why we grow very old very fast is because we like eating fats so much. Every food we eat, oils. Every food we prepare, a must we put oils. That's why you see that we grow very old very fast and we grow weak very fast. But this sodium bicarbonate helps to strengthen the bones and also adds some calcium in the joints of your bones or in the joints of your body. That's why you see they grow old when they are still strong. My grandmother, even now, she can go to the garden and dig because that's what they used to eat. And she says it was rare for them to fall sick every now and then. But nowadays, 2 days somebody's sick, 2 days somebody's sick. It's due to the things that we eat, the fatty things, the fatty oils that we don't know where they are processed even from that we eat. That's why we grow old very fast. So our sauce is soon getting ready, guys. So guys, here is our mushrooms and peanut, and at this point we are going to add our salt. But in our African villages, any sauce with peanut, you have to put it off fire before you add the salt. And the reason as to why they add salt when the sauce is put off fire is we believe that if you add salt when the sauce is boiling, it doesn't become thick, and we want a thick paste of the sauce. That's why they do so. So we have put our sauce off fire and we are now going to add our salt. Here is my salt. I measured the salt of my quantity. So now let's add. So we are going to put back our sauce on fire and leave it to simmer for about 5 minutes to allow that salt mix well with the peanut. Then our sauce shall be ready to serve. Guys, our mushroom sauce is ready. As you can see, this is our mushroom sauce. Very yummy, with a good aroma, with a good taste. And also I'm going to eat it with matoke. Don't mind about how I prepared the matoke because I had no banana leaves, but if I was in Africa, I could prepare my matoke the way we prepare it in Africa. So I'm going to have matoke. I have here some pieces of avocado. I have here some garden eggs, and that's how my mothers and our grandmothers cook for us in the villages. This is how we prepare our garden eggs. Sometimes we prepare it with ginnas. It's according to the way you want it, but me, that is the way how I loved preparing it, guys. So let's eat, guys, and see you in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe. I still have more recipes to show you on how to prepare village foods, but I think I will do that when I get back to my village, because I have a dream of giving you village content, showing you how our villages look like, the foodstuffs, the cultures, the behaviors of our villages, the activities, and so on and so forth, guys. So guys, let's eat. Bon appetit. Subscribe, share, comment, tell a friend to tell a friend. And this is the sauce that our village mothers, our village grandmothers prefer most. So bye.